Welcome back, dear listeners, to Sleepless History, where we dig through the dusty archives of time so you don't have to. As you settle into your favorite chair, perhaps with a cup of tea or a questionable snack from the back of your pantry, let's take a journey together. A journey into the medieval era, that glorious time when life expectancy was lower than the average IQ of a reality TV star. Now, you might wonder why I'm inviting you to explore the hardships of peasant life in the Middle Ages. Surely, I could regale you with tales of knights in shining armor or the majestic courts of kings and queens. But today, dear friends, we are going to focus on the unsung heroes of the medieval world, the peasants. Or rather, their tragic plight, which I assure you would not be ideal for someone like me, or indeed anyone with a pulse. Let's begin with some context. The medieval period, stretching roughly from the 5th to the late 15th century, was marked by feudalism, a social system that, in its simplest terms, boiled down to, you work the land for me, and I won't let the king kill you. Picture a pyramid, but not the Egyptian kind. More like a really dysfunctional family reunion, where everyone is related but no one gets along. At the top, you had your noble lords and ladies, basking in their power, while at the bottom, you had the peasants, toiling away for the benefit of their feudal overlords. Now, here's where I would personally struggle, and struggle hard. Let's talk about the peasant's daily grind. Imagine waking up before dawn, the sun barely peeking over the horizon, and you're already out in the fields, probably covered in mud and the remnants of last night's dinner, if you were lucky enough to have any. The average peasant worked about 1,500 hours a year, which is approximately 1,000 hours more than I'm willing to devote to anything that doesn't involve a heated blanket and Netflix. The work was grueling, often involving plowing, sowing, and reaping crops by hand. Corn, barley, and rye were staples, and let's not forget about the joys of dealing with the local livestock. Pigs, sheep, and cows are cute in theory, but remember, they don't have a built-in personal space concept. And if you think the smell is bad on a farm today, I assure you, it was nothing short of a medieval olfactory assault back then. Of course, if I were a peasant, I wouldn't just be dealing with mud and livestock. Oh no, there's also the delightful matter of taxes. In a typical feudal arrangement, peasants owed a hefty portion of their crops to their lord, often as much as 50%, which left them with just enough food to survive another day. If I was ever compelled to hand over half of my snacks to anyone, let alone a feudal lord, I would likely stage a rebellion, which would have ended terribly. And what do you do when you're not working the land or handing over your hard-earned crops? Well, you could always attend church. Religion was not just a Sunday affair. It was woven into the very fabric of daily life. Every village had a parish church, and the church held immense power over the populace. Attending Mass was mandatory, and penance was a regular occurrence. I can't imagine my personal relationship with the divine would flourish under such scrutiny. Oh, you had a sinful thought? Time to confess while the whole village listens in. No, thank you. Let's not forget about the social structure either. Peasants were generally bound to the land they worked, a situation known as serfdom. Think of it as being in a long-term lease with no escape clause. If I were to find myself in that situation, I'd probably spend my days dreaming of freedom, only to be reminded by the Lord's guards that my dreams were not on the approved list. And if it's not the taxes or the religious obligations dragging me down, it's the constant threat of famine. The medieval climate was famously unpredictable, and crop failures weren't just a fleeting concern. They were a way of life. The Great Famine of 1315-1317 was a notable disaster, leading to widespread starvation and, inevitably, a lot of very unhappy peasants. If I were a peasant, I'd be the one standing in the middle of the fields, dramatically shaking my fist at the sky, yelling, "Why hast thou forsaken me?" while the other peasants rolled their eyes and moved on with their day. Speaking of dramatic gestures, let's talk about health. The average life expectancy for a peasant was around 30 years, and that's if they were lucky. Childbirth was a deadly gamble, diseases were rampant, and medicine was little more than a witch's brew of questionable herbs and a lot of prayer. I can barely survive a common cold today, so you can only imagine my reaction to medieval maladies. Oh, you have the plague? Here's a nice poultice made of moldy bread. Good luck. But let's not overlook the fact that medieval peasants were surprisingly resourceful, making the most out of a dire situation. They were experts in subsistence farming, which is a fancy way of saying they knew how to grow just enough food to keep themselves alive. They also engaged in local bartering, trading goods and services to survive. However, if I were to barter, I can't imagine my skills would be particularly useful. What do you have to offer, they might ask. Well, I can recite the alphabet backwards and make a mean cup of tea. Not exactly a winning proposition in a world where survival depended on hard labor and practical skills. Now, while we're on the subject of skills, let's not forget that most peasants had a trade. Blacksmithing, weaving, and carpentry were common, and those skills were passed down through generations. If I were a peasant, I would likely struggle to master any trade. Oh, you want me to forge iron? I can barely manage to assemble IKEA furniture without a meltdown. And let's talk about the joys of community. Peasants lived in close-knit villages, which could be a blessing and a curse. When times were tough, you had your neighbors to rely on, but you also had to deal with their drama. Think of it as reality TV without the cameras. If I were a peasant, I'd be the one cornering the local gossip in the tavern, only to find myself embroiled in scandal and perhaps even a good old-fashioned witch trial. I heard she sneezed without covering her mouth. Clearly, she's a witch. Now, if you're thinking, surely there must be some redeeming qualities to peasant life, you'd be right. Sort of. There were festivals and celebrations, moments of joy amidst the drudgery. Harvest festivals, for instance, were occasions for feasting and merriment, where peasants briefly forgot their woes. But even those moments were tinged with the reality of survival. Ah, yes, let's celebrate this bountiful harvest. Oh, wait, I just remembered I owe half of it to Lord Grumbleton. And how about the entertainment? Peasants participated in folk traditions, music, and storytelling. They had their own forms of entertainment, which often revolved around the changing seasons. But if I were a peasant, my idea of entertainment would likely involve me trying to figure out how to make bread without burning it, which is far less riveting than a village bonfire. So as we meander through the tapestry of medieval peasant life, it becomes painfully clear that I, as a modern-day individual, perhaps too accustomed to the comforts of the 21st century, would not fare well in such a world. The reality of backbreaking labor, constant strife, and the looming threat of famine would surely drive me to seek out an anachronistic time machine, just so I could escape to a place where the biggest worry is whether to binge another series or finally do the dishes. And yet, here we are, reveling in the gritty details of life for those who came before us. It's a sobering thought, one that reminds us of the struggles and triumphs of our ancestors. So as you sip your tea and contemplate the fact that you're not a peasant in the Middle Ages, consider this. History is a rich tapestry, woven with the threads of hardship, resilience, and the occasional bit of drama that, frankly, puts most of our modern woes to shame. But don't get too comfortable, because this journey is just beginning, and we have many more layers to peel back. Stay tuned as we explore the intricacies of medieval life, why I'd probably end up in a ditch, and how the peasants, despite it all, managed to create a legacy that endures to this day. As we delve deeper into this medieval narrative, it's essential to recognize the pivotal role of community in the lives of these peasants. Unlike our often solitary pursuits, the villagers relied on one another, creating a vibrant social fabric that, while frayed by the trials of their daily existence, held them together. Imagine the scene, a bustling village square, where the sounds of laughter and chatter mingle with the clang of metal tools and the cheerful barks of dogs. This was not merely a place of labor. It was a hub of connection, a microcosm of human experience. In many ways, this sense of community served as a lifeline. When the harvest was bountiful, villagers would gather to celebrate, sharing food and stories, their hearts lightened by the simple joy of camaraderie. Festivals punctuated the year, marking significant religious and agricultural milestones, and providing a much-needed respite from the relentless grind of daily labor. Think of those bonfires under starry skies, where the glow of flames danced upon anxious faces, illuminating the stories of bravery and mischief passed down through generations. Isn't it fascinating to consider the narratives that shaped their identities? Each tale told by the fire might have been a way to process the uncertainty of life, to find strength in shared experiences. Yet, as we know, the flip side of this communal joy was the weight of collective responsibility. The peasants bore not only their burdens, but also the needs of their neighbors. If one family faced hardship due to a poor harvest or illness, the entire village rallied to support them. This interdependence fostered a sense of belonging, but it also meant that the stakes were high. Failure to contribute, whether through labor or shared resources, could lead to ostracism, a fate worse than any physical labor. The village was both sanctuary and prison, a place where the bonds of loyalty could sometimes feel like shackles. While we might romanticize the idea of community today, it's essential to recognize that the relationships forged in these difficult circumstances were often complex. Peasants were not immune to conflict. Rivalries simmered beneath the surface, and jealousy could rear its ugly head. Perhaps one family found success where another struggled, leading to whispers and resentments. The dynamics of power were ever present, with village leaders emerging, wielding influence over their peers. And then there were the inevitable disputes over land, livestock, and resources, realities that could turn even the closest friends into bitter foes. Picture a scene where two farmers argue over a borderline, their voices rising in pitch, drawing the attention of the entire village. This, too, was life in the medieval world, a delicate balance between cooperation and competition. One might wonder, how did these villagers navigate such complexities? With wit, of course. Humor served as a salve for the soul. Peasants had a unique ability to find levity in their circumstances, crafting jokes and anecdotes that poked fun at their plight and at one another. The character of the village fool was not merely a source of entertainment. He was a vital part of societal cohesion, challenging norms and providing an outlet for frustrations. Through laughter, they could confront the harsh realities of their lives without losing hope. Imagine a fool stumbling through the village, slipping in mud, eliciting hearty laughter from weary laborers, a moment of levity in a long day filled with toil. As we explore this world further, let's turn our gaze to the women of the village. Often relegated to the shadows of history, they played critical roles in sustaining the family and community. While men might have been tasked with plowing fields or tending to livestock, women wielded their own power within the domestic sphere. They were the keepers of the home, those who transformed the raw bounty of the earth into sustenance. The art of baking bread, brewing ale, and preserving food was no small feat, requiring skill and creativity. Picture a woman kneading dough, her hands moving rhythmically, an age-old dance that connected her to generations of ancestors. Each loaf of bread she baked was a testament to her resilience. A small victory in a world that often seemed intent on making survival a challenge. Moreover, women were the storytellers, passing down lore and wisdom to the next generation. The tales of brave knights, mischievous fairies, and cautionary fables filled the hearts of children with wonder and fear alike. Through storytelling, they preserved their culture, imparting lessons about morality, responsibility, and the intricate balance of life. These narratives shaped the values of the community, ensuring that even in the face of hardship, hope and aspiration remained alive. But let's not forget the role of the church in this medieval tapestry. Religion permeated every aspect of life, offering both solace and structure. The church served as a unifying force in the community, a place where villagers could seek guidance and support. Weekly services provided not just spiritual nourishment, but also a chance for social interaction. The priest, often one of the few educated individuals in the village, held a position of respect and authority, mediating conflicts and offering counsel. Imagine the villagers gathered in the dim light of the church, their voices mingling in prayer, a collective yearning for divine favor over their crops and families. Yet, the church also wielded its own power, imposing rules and expectations that could feel burdensome. The ever-watchful eyes of the clergy meant that morality was a constant topic of conversation, and villagers often faced scrutiny over their actions. The fear of sin loomed large. Who among them wanted to risk eternal damnation for a moment of weakness? The balance of faith and fear created a dynamic tension that underscored daily life, reminding everyone that while they were part of a community, they were also accountable to a higher power. As we consider these influences on peasant life, it's worth examining the role of agriculture itself. The cycles of planting and harvesting dictated the rhythm of their lives. Imagine the excitement of spring, with seeds sown in freshly turned earth, the promise of a bountiful summer ahead. The careful tending of crops became a ritual, each day punctuated by the labor of weeding, watering, and protecting against pests. As the season progressed, the anticipation mounted, culminating in the harvest, a time of celebration but also of anxiety. Would the yield be enough to sustain the village through the winter? Would the weather cooperate, or would misfortune strike? The autumn harvest was a double-edged sword. On one hand, it brought relief and festivity. On the other, it served as a stark reminder of the impending cold months. The communal effort to gather the harvest was a sight to behold, with families working side by side, laughter and shouts ringing out as they filled their baskets. Yet beneath the surface, anxiety brewed. The specter of famine haunted their thoughts, a reminder of the precariousness of existence. The fear of a poor yield could overshadow the joy of the season, and it was a fear that lingered in the hearts of the villagers long after the last sheaf had been gathered. As we peel back the layers of this complex existence, it becomes clear that the medieval peasant life was a delicate dance between joy and sorrow, resilience and despair. There were no easy answers, no simple narratives. Every day presented challenges that tested their strength, yet they found ways to persevere, to find joy in the small victories, and to support one another through hardship. In that way, perhaps they were not so different from us after all. We too navigate our own struggles, seeking connection and meaning, drawing strength from the stories we share and the communities we build. So as we journey through this exploration of medieval life, let's take a moment to reflect on the threads that connect us, those eternal struggles and triumphs that shape what it means to be human. The tales of the peasants may feel distant, but their legacy pulses through time, reminding us of our shared humanity and the resilience that lies within each of us. And with that, let's continue our journey, diving deeper into the experiences that defined an era and examining what they can teach us about our own lives today. There's much more to uncover, and I promise it's only going to get more fascinating from here. Stay with me as we navigate the intricacies of this remarkable tapestry of history, one thread at a time. As we move forward, let us delve into the daily lives of these villagers, where each moment was imbued with meaning and every task was an act of survival. Imagine waking before dawn, the chill of the morning air nipping at your skin as the sun began to rise over the horizon, casting a golden hue on the fields. The roosters crow, calling the sleepy village to life, and one can almost hear the crackling of the hearth as families prepare their meager breakfasts. For many, the day starts with a simple porridge, perhaps made from the last of last year's grain, a subtle testament to their resourcefulness. They gather around the table, sharing not only food, but also stories, laughter, and the warmth of companionship, even as the world outside is fraught with uncertainty. This morning ritual is a sacred one, a reminder that amidst the struggle, connection offers solace. They exchange thoughts on the weather, the crops, and the challenges that lay ahead. As the day unfolds, the rhythm of life is dictated by the seasons and the demands of the land. Men, women, and children toil in the fields, planting, tending, and harvesting. Each task is imbued with purpose, each hand contributing to the survival of the community. The men wield their plows and sickles, while the women often gather herbs, care for the livestock, and weave the fabric that will provide warmth in the cold months to come. Children dart about, learning through play and imitation, their laughter ringing through the fields, a sound that momentarily drowns out the fears they do not yet understand. Every season brings its own challenges. The spring planting is a time filled with hope as seeds are sown into the rich, dark earth. The villagers pray for rain, for sunshine, and for the goodwill of the earth. They dance beneath the maypole, celebrating the fertility of the land and invoking blessings for a bountiful harvest. Yet they know that nature is capricious. A single storm or a blight could turn their dreams into dust. So, While they celebrate, a part of them remains vigilant, ever aware of the fragility of their existence. As summer rolls in, the sun beats down on the fields and the labor intensifies. We can picture the sweat glistening on brows, the dirt-streaked faces, and the sense of camaraderie that develops among those who toil together. They share water from clay jugs, take breaks under the shade of sturdy oaks, and exchange stories of ancestors, of battles fought and won. These tales serve as a reminder of their lineage, of the resilience that runs in their veins. However, as autumn approaches and the first signs of harvest begin to materialize, the atmosphere shifts. The villagers gather for the harvest festival, a time of celebration that also carries an undercurrent of anxiety. Will the yield be enough? As they bring in the fruits of their labor, the weight of their hopes hangs heavy in the air. The rich colors of the crops are a delight to the eye, yet each basket filled with grain brings as much joy as it does apprehension. In moments like these, they turn to one another for reassurance, sharing not just the fruits of their labor, but the burdens of their worries. As the last sheaf of grain is gathered, the villagers don't merely celebrate a successful harvest. They also come together in a shared acknowledgement of their collective vulnerability. They know that the winter will come, bringing with it a harshness that can strip away comfort. The camaraderie they built over the summer months transforms into a deeper bond, forged in the crucible of shared experiences. Communal gatherings become a lifeline, a way to reinforce the social fabric that holds them together. The village square buzzes with activity as families come together to share their bounty, their laughter mingling with the sweet aroma of freshly baked bread. The village elder, a respected figure with wisdom etched into the lines of his face, often leads these gatherings, sharing stories of past winters and the importance of community. His tales resonate deeply, reminding everyone of their interconnectedness. As winter settles in, the landscape transforms. The fields lie barren under a blanket of snow, and the once vibrant colors fade to shades of gray and white. The villagers retreat to their homes, seeking warmth by the fire, drawing close together as they share tales to stave off the chill. The long nights are filled with storytelling, as the flickering flames dance against the walls, casting shadows that seem to come alive with the narratives of their lives. Even in this season of scarcity, there are moments of joy. The children huddle together, pretending to be brave knights or daring adventurers, while the adults craft gifts for one another, weaving small tokens of affection from whatever materials they can find. It is in these small acts of kindness that the true spirit of humanity shines through, a reminder that even in the darkest times, light can be found in the warmth of one another's company. Yet, the specter of famine looms ever closer. Rationing becomes a necessity, and the villagers learn to make do with what little they have. They share tips on preserving food, on concocting meals from the most unlikely of ingredients. The art of substitution becomes a skill as they turn to wild foraging, seeking sustenance from the earth even in its coldest months. Through all of this, the village's social structure takes on new significance. Those who are fortunate enough to have a bit more become pillars of support, sharing what they can with those who are less fortunate. Strangers become friends, and friendships deepen into familial bonds as they navigate the harshness together. The communal spirit is both a lifeline and a testament to the resilience that defines their existence. It is in these shared struggles that we see the true heart of medieval life. The villagers are not merely surviving, they are living fully, embracing the highs and lows with a tenacity that is awe-inspiring. They find joy in the mundane, in the rhythm of daily life, in the connections they foster. As our exploration continues, we must consider the roles that faith and spirituality played in their lives. The church stood as a beacon of hope, a place where the villagers gathered not only to worship, but to find solace in the teachings that transcended their earthly struggles. The rituals, the prayers, and the community gatherings at the church provided a framework within which they could navigate their fears and uncertainties. The church was not just a building, it was the heart of the village. The priest, often a figure of compassion and guidance, offered counsel during times of hardship and celebrated the joys of life with his congregation. His sermons were infused with a sense of purpose, urging them to find strength in their faith and in one another. It was through these shared ceremonies and communal worship that they found a sense of belonging, an anchor in the tumultuous seas of life. As we draw closer to understanding the fabric of their existence, we must reflect on the lessons they impart. The villagers' journeys remind us of the importance of community, of nurturing the bonds that tie us together, particularly in times of adversity. Their resilience in the face of hardship serves as a powerful reminder of the strength that lies within us all. In our modern world, as we grapple with our own challenges, be they personal, social, or environmental, we can look to these stories of the past and draw inspiration from them. The struggles of the medieval peasant are not merely relics of history. They resonate with our own experiences, reminding us that ultimately we are all part of a larger narrative, a tapestry of human existence woven through time and space. So let us continue this exploration, peeling back the layers of history to uncover the threads that connect us to those who came before us. Each story, each experience adds depth to our understanding of what it means to be human, illuminating the path ahead as we navigate our own lives. There is much more to learn, and the journey promises to reveal even more fascinating insights into the lives of those who faced their own trials and triumphs. Let's embrace the adventure together as we unravel the intricate patterns of our shared humanity, one thread at a time. As we delve deeper into the lives of those who walk the cobbled streets of the village, we uncover the myriad of experiences that shape their existence. Each individual, with their dreams and struggles, contributed to the vibrant mosaic of their community. The farmer, for example, rose before dawn, the cool air wrapping around him like a cloak of determination. He toiled under the vast expanse of the sky, his hands caked with earth, a testament to the labor he poured into the land. With each seed he planted, he nurtured not only crops, but also the hope for a better tomorrow, a legacy for his children, and a promise of sustenance for his neighbors. The seasons dictated his rhythm, each harvest a celebration of life's cycles, each drought a reminder of nature's capriciousness. Yet, despite the uncertainty, he found solace in the community that surrounded him. The village market became a hub of interaction, a place where livelihoods intertwined. Here, laughter mingled with the sense of freshly baked bread and plucked fruits, creating a tapestry of daily life that was both rich and nourishing. It was in these moments of exchange, of goods, stories, and smiles, that the villagers fortified their bonds, standing shoulder to shoulder against the trials that life presented. Amidst this tapestry, the weaver sat at her loom, deftly intertwining threads of color to create beautiful tapestries that told stories of their own. Her craft was not merely a means of livelihood, but a vessel for expression, a way to capture the essence of the villagers' shared experiences. Each pattern she wove reflected the joys and sorrows of her community, depicting the harvest festivals, the births of children, and the somber farewells of those who had passed. The loom became a sacred space where time slowed and the outside world faded, leaving her in communion with the very essence of her art. The villagers would gather at her home, not only to purchase her wares, but to share in the creation, their laughter and camaraderie weaving itself into the fabric of her work. The healer, too, held a special place within this microcosm of life. With knowledge passed down through generations, she wielded herbs and potions as if they were extensions of her own hands. She understood that healing was not solely about physical ailments, but also about mending broken spirits. In her humble abode, she welcomed those who sought her help, creating a sanctuary where the weary could find comfort. Her remedies were infused with love and wisdom, and she listened intently to the stories of those who came to her, recognizing that sometimes the healing touch was as much about connection as it was about medicine. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the villagers gathered around the flickering light of a bonfire. This communal ritual served as a reminder of their shared humanity. Here, tales were spun, of great battles, of mythical creatures, of love lost and found. The storyteller, with a voice that danced like the flames, captivated the audience, transporting them to realms of imagination where the impossible became possible. Each story served not only as entertainment, but as a means of imparting wisdom, lessons wrapped in fables that transcended time. They spoke of virtues, courage, kindness, and the importance of standing together against the odds. The bonds forged around that fire were unbreakable, a testament to the power of community. In this space, they shed their worries, their woes, and their weariness for a few hours each week. They became a tapestry of their own, woven together by shared experiences, laughter, and the understanding that they were not alone in their struggles. This connection was essential, a lifeline that reminded them that even in the darkest of times, there was light to be found in each other. Yet, life in the village was not without its challenges. The specter of famine loomed over them during harsh winters, when food became scarce and hope seemed but a flickering flame. During such times, the villagers leaned on one another even more fiercely. They pooled their resources, shared their meager rations, and opened their doors to those in need. The strength of their unity became a beacon of resilience, a testament to their unwavering spirit. In those moments of hardship, they learned that true wealth was not measured in possessions, but in the generosity of the heart. As seasons changed, so too did the villagers' lives, marked by the rites of passage that defined their existence. Weddings brought vibrant celebrations, complete with music and dance that echoed through the valleys, while funerals were somber gatherings steeped in reverence. Each event served as a reminder of the cycles of life, the ebb and flow of joy and sorrow that was inescapable. These milestones reinforced their connections and provided a framework through which they could navigate the complexities of their emotions. In their laughter, they honored life. In their tears, they honored loss. Both were integral to the human experience, and within these moments lay the seeds of understanding and empathy. The village was a living organism, pulsing with life and energy. Children learned from their elders, absorbing the stories of their ancestors and the lessons of their predecessors. They played in the fields, their laughter ringing out like music, and as they grew, they carried forward the traditions that had shaped their identity. Each child was a promise, a hope for the future, and the villagers nurtured them with care, understanding that their legacy would continue through these young hearts and minds. In the quiet moments, as twilight descended and the stars began to twinkle in the vast expanse of the night sky, the villagers would often sit in contemplation. They would share their dreams and aspirations, their fears and uncertainties. It was in these vulnerable exchanges that they found strength, illuminating the shadows that sometimes crept into their hearts. They understood that vulnerability was not a weakness, but a testament to their humanity. It was in the act of revealing their true selves that they forged deeper connections, and the village thrived on those authentic exchanges. As we reflect on the lives of these villagers, we are reminded of the universality of their experiences. While the backdrop may differ, the core elements of human existence resonate across time and place. The struggles, the triumphs, the simple joys of daily life, they are all threads in the intricate tapestry of what it means to be alive. The resilience they exhibited in the face of adversity, the compassion they showed one another in times of need, and the joy they found in shared moments of laughter are not relics of a bygone era. They are present in our lives today. In moments of despair, we can draw strength from their stories. We can remind ourselves that we are part of a continuum, that our struggles, too, are shared by countless others. We can find solace in the knowledge that our challenges do not define us. Rather, it is our response to them that shapes our character. The villagers taught us that through community, we can weather any storm, and that together we can create a sanctuary where hope flourishes and love prevails. As we continue to explore the lessons embedded in their tales, let us carry forward their spirit of resilience. Let us cultivate connections in our own lives, reaching out to one another in times of need and celebrating the joys we share. In the act of coming together, we honor their legacy and ensure that the tapestry of humanity remains vibrant and rich. So we journey onward, weaving our own stories into the fabric of existence, embracing both the light and the shadows, knowing that every thread contributes to the beauty of the whole. In this shared adventure, we find purpose, and in our connections, we discover the true essence of what it means to be human. Each day is an opportunity to add our unique colors to the tapestry, and as we do, We honor those who have come before us, carrying their wisdom into the future together. As we stand on this threshold of possibility, it becomes evident that the choices we make ripple through the lives of others. Each decision, no matter how small, holds the potential to impact not just our individual journeys, but the collective narrative that binds us all. In this interconnected web of existence, we are reminded that our actions resonate far beyond ourselves. Like echoes across the valleys, they reverberate, shaping the experiences of those around us. Take a moment to reflect on the power of a smile or a kind word. In the bustling chaos of daily life, these small gestures often go unnoticed, yet they carry with them the ability to uplift spirits and transform a moment. Imagine a stranger, weighed down by the burdens of their own trials, encountering a simple act of kindness. That smile, that word of encouragement, could ignite a flicker of hope within them, allowing them to navigate their own struggles with renewed vigor. This is the essence of community, the understanding that we are all threads woven together, each contributing to the larger picture. In moments of joy, laughter binds us, and in moments of sorrow, shared tears create an unspoken bond. It is this shared experience that fosters empathy and connection, allowing us to stand alongside one another as we traverse the highs and lows of life. Yet it is all too easy to become ensnared in the whirlwind of our own concerns, to focus only on our immediate surroundings and feelings. The world can feel overwhelmingly vast, and in our isolation, we may forget the profound impact we can have on one another. The villagers demonstrated that when one person stumbles, the community rallies around them, offering hands to lift them up and hearts to support them. Let us remember this truth as we navigate our own lives. In times of uncertainty, when the path ahead seems shrouded in fog, we must lean into the collective strength that surrounds us. When we share our burdens, we lighten the load, creating space for healing and growth. When we celebrate our victories, we amplify the joy, allowing it to echo through our relationships and inspire others. Each of us has the capacity to be a beacon of light, illuminating the way for those who may find themselves in darkness. Consider the stories that have shaped your existence, the mentors who guided you, the friends who stood by you, the family who nurtured your dreams. These individuals form a tapestry of connection, each thread representing a lesson learned, a moment cherished, a challenge overcome. In honoring their influence, we recognize that we are all, in some way, responsible for the stories of others. Our shared humanity calls us to be aware of the narratives we create, both for ourselves and those around us. As we continue to weave our stories, let us also be vigilant in recognizing the stories of others. Each person we encounter carries a narrative rich with experience, struggles, and triumphs. By taking the time to listen, truly listen, we open the door to understanding and compassion. In this fast-paced world where conversations can often feel superficial, the act of deep listening can be revolutionary. It is an invitation to connect on a level that transcends the mundane, fostering relationships rooted in shared understanding. When we engage with one another from a place of genuine curiosity, we discover the beauty in our differences. Each perspective adds depth to the collective experience, enriching our understanding of the world. We learn that our struggles may differ in form but are often similar in essence. By embracing our shared vulnerabilities, we cultivate a space where authenticity thrives and where it becomes safe to be imperfect, to be human. Imagine a gathering of diverse voices, each sharing their unique experiences, their joys, their fears, and their dreams. This vibrant tapestry of narratives creates a rich mosaic, illustrating the beauty of our shared existence. We find strength in our diversity and unity in our humanity. It is in these moments of collective storytelling that we begin to understand the power of community, a force capable of overcoming even the greatest obstacles. As we navigate the complexities of life, we may encounter those who challenge us, individuals whose perspectives differ starkly from our own. In these encounters, we have an opportunity to practice compassion and understanding, to recognize that every person has a story that informs their viewpoint. By engaging with these differences, we can expand our horizons and deepen our appreciation for the rich tapestry of human experience. It is in our willingness to embrace discomfort that we cultivate resilience. The villagers showed us that adversity is not an endpoint, but a catalyst for growth. When we face challenges head-on, we emerge stronger, more compassionate, and more connected to one another. We learn that it is okay to stumble, to falter, and to seek support. In fact, it is through these moments of vulnerability that we often find our greatest strength. Let us not shy away from difficult conversations or uncomfortable truths. Instead, may we approach them with an open heart and a willingness to learn. As we engage in dialogue, we create bridges rather than barriers, fostering an environment where understanding can flourish. In doing so, we honor the legacies of those who have come before us, acknowledging the struggles they faced while paving the way for future generations. The threads of our stories intertwine in intricate patterns, each unique yet contributing to the larger narrative of humanity. As we share our joys, our sorrows, and our dreams, we create a vibrant tapestry that reflects the complexity of our existence. It is an ongoing process, a work in progress, where each day offers an opportunity to add a new thread, a new hue to the evolving picture. With each connection we forge, we affirm the importance of community in our lives. In supporting one another, we cultivate a sanctuary where hope flourishes and love prevails. Let us strive to create spaces where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued, where stories can be shared without fear of judgment, and where authenticity is celebrated. As we move forward, let us carry with us the lessons learned from those who have walked this path before us. The resilience, compassion, and joy that marked their lives serve as guiding lights in our own journeys. We can honor their legacy by committing to a life of connection, understanding, and kindness. In moments of solitude, when the weight of the world feels heavy, we can draw strength from the knowledge that we are never truly alone. We are part of a vast, interconnected tapestry that stretches across time and space, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. Let us embrace this truth, recognizing that our stories are interwoven with those of countless others. With each passing day, we have the opportunity to enrich this tapestry, to add our unique colors and patterns, and to celebrate the beauty of our shared existence. In doing so, we honor not only our own narratives, but also the stories of those who have come before us and those who will follow in our footsteps. Together, we will continue to weave this intricate tapestry of life, embracing both the light and the shadows, knowing that every thread contributes to the beauty of the whole. And so, with open hearts and open minds, let us journey onward, celebrating the richness of our collective humanity and the boundless possibilities that lie ahead. As we journey onward, it is essential to recognize the myriad experiences that shape our existence. Each encounter, each conversation, and each moment of shared laughter or tears adds depth to our understanding of what it means to be human. We should not shy away from the complexity of our emotions, for it is within this complexity that we find the true essence of connection. The joy we experience in moments of triumph is often intertwined with the pain of struggle, reminding us that life is a delicate balance of highs and lows. Consider the many faces we encounter in our daily lives, their stories often hidden behind expressions that may not reveal their true struggles or joys. Every smile could mask sorrow, and every frown could conceal a wellspring of hope. It is our responsibility to look beyond the surface, to engage with a genuine curiosity that invites others to share their truths. By doing so, we foster a culture of empathy that transcends mere acquaintance. We cultivate relationships that are rooted in understanding, acceptance, and love. In our fast-paced world, it is easy to slip into the routine of superficial interactions, rushing through our days without pausing to connect meaningfully. However, when we take a moment to slow down, to truly listen, we open ourselves to the richness of the human experience. We can create spaces where vulnerability is met with support, where individuals feel empowered to express their authentic selves without fear of repercussion. In these spaces, barriers dissolve, and the beauty of our shared humanity comes to the forefront. Let us also remember the power of storytelling, both our own and those of others. Each narrative holds the potential to ignite inspiration, to provoke thought, and to foster change. The tales of resilience from those who have faced adversity can embolden us in our own trials, demonstrating that even in our darkest moments, there is a path to light. When we share our stories, we not only weave our experiences into the greater tapestry, but also invite others to reflect on their journeys, fostering a sense of belonging and shared purpose. As we gather in community, we must also remain vigilant in recognizing the inequalities that persist around us. The threads of injustice can fray the fabric of our collective existence, and it is our duty to confront these issues with courage and compassion. Whether it be through advocacy, education, or simply standing in solidarity with those who are marginalized, we can contribute to the healing process. Every action, no matter how small, can create ripples of change that extend far beyond our immediate surroundings. In this light, our commitment to creating inclusive spaces becomes even more paramount. We must actively seek to uplift voices that have been silenced, ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to participate in the narrative we are crafting together. The richness of our community lies in its diversity, in the myriad perspectives that each individual brings to the table. By embracing this diversity, we enrich our collective experience and broaden our understanding of the world. As we reflect on the journey ahead, it is essential to cultivate a mindset of growth and adaptation. The landscape of life is ever-changing, and our ability to navigate these changes with grace will determine the strength of our connections. We must be willing to embrace uncertainty, for it is in uncertainty that we often find the greatest opportunities for growth and transformation. By leaning into discomfort, we can expand our horizons, learn from one another, and emerge more resilient than before. Moreover, let us not forget the importance of self-compassion on this journey. As we strive to connect with others, we must also nurture our own well-being. Taking the time to tend to our inner selves, to acknowledge our own needs and desires, is critical in maintaining the energy required to support those around us. When we practice self-care, we replenish our capacity to love, to listen, and to engage authentically. In moments of reflection, we may find ourselves contemplating what legacy we wish to leave behind. What imprint do we want to make on the world? Our choices, our actions, and the way we treat others contribute to the story of our lives. Let us strive to be remembered as those who brought light to dark places, who offered kindness in times of strife, and who cultivated a sense of belonging for all. In the end, it is the connections we forge and the love we share that will resonate long after we are gone. As we weave our stories together, we must also celebrate the milestones along the way, the small victories that often go unnoticed but are integral to our journey. A simple act of kindness, a heartfelt conversation, or a shared moment of laughter can serve as powerful reminders of the beauty inherent in human connection. These moments, though fleeting, create lasting memories that we can carry with us, serving as beacons of hope during challenging times. The importance of gratitude cannot be overstated as we navigate this intricate tapestry. Expressing gratitude for the connections we have, for the lessons we learn, and for the moments of joy allows us to cultivate a mindset of abundance. When we acknowledge the gifts in our lives, we shift our focus from what is lacking to what is present. This shift enables us to approach each day with a sense of wonder and appreciation, enhancing our capacity to connect with others. As we contemplate the future, let us envision a world where compassion reigns and understanding prevails, a world where differences are celebrated and diversity is embraced as a source of strength. It is within our grasp to shape this future, one connection at a time. Through our collective efforts, we can dismantle the walls that divide us, fostering a community that cherishes inclusivity and collaboration. In this vision, every individual is empowered to contribute their unique gifts, whether that be through art, science, activism, or simply by being a source of support for those around them. When we recognize the value of each person's contributions, we create a culture of appreciation that uplifts and inspires. This culture, in turn, cultivates an environment where creativity flourishes and innovation thrives. As we embrace the adventure that lies ahead, let us remain open to the lessons that come our way. The journey will undoubtedly present challenges, but within each challenge lies an opportunity for growth. Embracing these moments with courage and resilience will strengthen the bonds we share and deepen our understanding of ourselves and one another. Together, we embark on this journey, hand in hand, heart to heart. We gather not only as individuals, but as a collective force, ready to champion love, understanding, and connection. Let us look to the horizon with hope, knowing that the tapestry of life is a collaborative masterpiece, shaped by the threads of our experiences, our dreams, and our unwavering commitment to one another. As we weave this intricate tapestry, let us remember that each thread, each connection, is a vital contribution to the story we are telling together. We have the power to create a narrative filled with compassion, resilience, and joy. In doing so, we honor the past, embrace the present, and pave the way for a future luminous with possibility. With every step we take, let us celebrate the beauty of our shared existence, reminding ourselves that we are not alone on this journey. We are part of something greater, a vibrant mosaic of human experience that continues to evolve and flourish. Together, we will navigate the complexities of life, drawing strength from our connections and illuminating the path forward with kindness and love. As we take those first steps into the unknown, it's important to acknowledge the myriad of emotions that accompany us: excitement, apprehension, hope, and sometimes uncertainty. Each of these feelings serves a purpose, guiding us as we traverse the landscape of our shared experience. Just as each season has its unique beauty, so too do our emotions inform the richness of our lives. It is in the interplay of these feelings that we find depth, allowing us to truly understand our desires and fears, and ultimately, the essence of what it means to be human. When we allow ourselves to feel deeply, we open the door to empathy. We cultivate the ability to listen, to hear not just the words being spoken, but also the silences in between. In those quiet moments, we discover the stories that shape our lives. Each person we encounter carries with them a history, a narrative filled with triumphs and tribulations. By sharing our stories, we invite others into our world, creating bonds that transform strangers into friends and friends into family. As we gather together, let us also celebrate our differences. It is through diversity that we learn and grow. Every culture, every belief, and every perspective adds a unique hue to the vibrant tapestry we are weaving. In acknowledging and honoring these differences, we foster an atmosphere of inclusion, where every voice is heard and every contribution valued. This is not merely a call for acceptance. It is a clarion call for celebration, for recognizing the beauty in what makes us unique while finding common ground in our shared humanity. In this spirit of unity, we must also embrace the inherent imperfections that come with being human. Mistakes will happen, misunderstandings will arise, and there will be moments when we stumble. Yet, it is in these moments of vulnerability that we often find the greatest opportunities for connection. When we are willing to own our imperfections and learn from them, we not only foster forgiveness within ourselves, but also extend that grace to others. In doing so, we create a safe space where people can grow and evolve without fear of judgment, where the journey becomes as important as the destination. Consider the power of storytelling as a vehicle for healing. Sharing our experiences, whether they are filled with joy or sorrow, allows us to connect on a deeper level. As we recount our tales, we offer a piece of ourselves to others, inviting them to see the world through our eyes. In turn, we become mirrors reflecting the complexities of our existence, revealing the shared struggles and victories that unite us. It is through these narratives that we can dismantle the walls that divide us, fostering understanding and compassion in their place. Let us also remember the impact of simple acts of kindness. A smile, a word of encouragement, a helping hand. These gestures may seem small, but their echoes can resonate far beyond the moment. When we extend kindness to others, we create ripples that can change the course of someone's day or even their life. Each act of kindness is a thread woven into the tapestry, strengthening the connections that bind us together. It is a reminder that we hold the power to uplift one another, to be a source of light in times of darkness. As we embark on this journey, let us commit to being active participants in our communities. Engagement is vital. It is how we transform our intentions into action. Whether through volunteering, advocating for causes we believe in, or simply reaching out to those in need, our involvement can create meaningful change. Each of us has the ability to contribute positively, to be a catalyst for progress. When we come together with shared purpose, we amplify our impact, creating a collective force for good that reverberates through our communities. Moreover, we must recognize the importance of self-care along this journey. Caring for ourselves is not a selfish act. Rather, it is an essential foundation for being able to care for others. When we take the time to nurture our own well-being, physically, emotionally, and mentally, we become more resilient and better equipped to support those around us. Self-care allows us to recharge, reflect, and re-engage with our passions, enabling us to approach our interactions with renewed energy and enthusiasm. In the face of adversity, let us harness our collective strength. History has shown us that when people unite in pursuit of a common goal, they can overcome incredible odds. Together, we can challenge injustices, amplify marginalized voices, and advocate for a more equitable world. Each of us has the power to be an agent of change, and when we stand together, our voices become a formidable force, one that cannot be ignored. As we navigate this journey, we must also remain adaptable. Life is not a straight path. It is filled with twists and turns, unexpected detours, and opportunities for exploration. Embracing change requires courage, but it also opens the door to new possibilities. When we let go of rigid expectations and remain open to the flow of life, we allow ourselves to discover uncharted territories, both within ourselves and in the world around us. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, let us remember the importance of gratitude. Taking time to reflect on what we are thankful for can shift our perspective and ground us in the present. Gratitude invites us to celebrate the small joys, the fleeting moments of beauty that often go unnoticed. It reminds us that even amidst challenges, there is always something to appreciate. By cultivating a mindset of gratitude, we foster resilience, allowing us to face obstacles with grace and equanimity. As we weave our stories together, let us strive to leave a legacy of love and compassion. The future we envision is not built on mere words, but on the actions we take today. Every choice we make, every interaction we engage in, contributes to the world we are creating. Let us be intentional in our efforts to uplift one another, to foster understanding, and to create spaces where all voices are valued. In this pursuit, we must understand that progress is often not linear. It may involve setbacks and moments of frustration, but these experiences are part of the journey. Each challenge encountered can serve as a teacher, offering valuable lessons that shape our understanding and strengthen our resolve. In recognizing this, we can approach obstacles with curiosity rather than despair, viewing them as opportunities for growth. As we look around us, let us appreciate the resilience that exists in our communities. It is in the face of adversity that the human spirit shines its brightest. When we witness acts of courage and kindness, we are reminded of our shared capacity for greatness. Together, we can create a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond our immediate surroundings, inspiring others to join us in our mission to cultivate a world built on love and understanding. As we continue our journey, let us be mindful of the power of collaboration. We are stronger together than we are apart. By pooling our talents, resources, and ideas, we can tackle complex challenges and innovate solutions that benefit all. Collaboration fosters creativity and ignites passion, reminding us that we are not alone in our aspirations. In our collective efforts, we can illuminate a path toward a brighter future, one that reflects the values we hold dear. In closing, let us carry forward the spirit of unity, compassion, and resilience as we embark on this journey together. Each of us has a role to play, a unique contribution to make. As we move forward, let us do so with open hearts and open minds, ready to embrace the richness of our shared experiences. Together, we will create a world that resonates with love, understanding, and connection. A world where every individual is celebrated and every story is honored. The horizon beckons, and with it comes the promise of new adventures, new connections, and new opportunities for growth. Let us stride confidently into the future, hand in hand, heart to heart, ready to weave our collective narrative into the tapestry of life. The journey awaits, and together we will make it extraordinary. As we embark on this journey, it is essential to recognize that every step we take is not just a solitary movement, but a part of a larger dance that includes all of humanity. Each of us brings our unique rhythm, our distinct melody, contributing to the symphony of existence. With every action, we we make choices that ripple outward, affecting not only our lives, but also the lives of those around us. It is in this interconnectedness that we find our greatest strength. Let us reflect for a moment on the power of stories. Stories are the threads that weave us together, transcending boundaries of culture, language, and time. They are the vessels through which we share our experiences, our dreams, and our struggles. When we listen to one another, we create bridges of understanding that encourage empathy and foster connections. Each narrative we encounter adds depth to our collective experience. Consider the impact of a simple act of storytelling. A child sharing her dreams of becoming an astronaut ignites a spark of imagination, inspiring others to reach for the stars. A community elder recounting tales of resilience in the face of hardship serves as a beacon of hope for those navigating their own challenges. These stories remind us that we are not alone in our journeys. They connect us in our shared humanity. As we gather to share our stories, let us also recognize the importance of listening. In a world that often prioritizes the loudest voices, the most profound truths can be found in the quiet, unassuming narratives that may go unheard. By cultivating a culture of active listening, we open ourselves to new perspectives and insights, enriching our understanding of the world. Every voice deserves to be heard. Every story deserves a space to unfold. In our pursuit of a harmonious existence, we must also confront the barriers that divide us. These barriers can take many forms: social, economic, or cultural, but they all stem from a lack of understanding. Fear and prejudice often thrive in the absence of knowledge. By seeking to educate ourselves and confront our biases, we can dismantle these walls and create a more inclusive environment where diversity is celebrated. Let us not shy away from difficult conversations. It is through dialogue that we can challenge assumptions, confront injustices, and build a foundation of mutual respect. When we engage in discussions with an open heart and mind, we model the very principles we wish to instill in our communities. By addressing uncomfortable truths, we pave the way for healing and reconciliation. As we navigate this landscape together, we must also embrace the notion of vulnerability. It is in our moments of vulnerability that we reveal our true selves, allowing others to see the humanity behind our facades. When we share our fears and insecurities, we invite others to do the same, creating an atmosphere of authenticity that fosters connection. In this space of openness, we can support one another in our growth and healing. Moreover, let us acknowledge the power of gratitude. Expressing appreciation for the people and experiences that shape our lives can transform our perspective. Gratitude grounds us in the present moment, reminding us of the abundance that surrounds us. When we cultivate an attitude of thankfulness, we shift our focus from scarcity to abundance, allowing us to recognize the beauty in our everyday lives. As we strive for a better future, we must also be mindful of the legacy we leave behind. Each generation has the opportunity to build upon the foundations laid by those who came before us. We are the stewards of our planet, tasked with nurturing it for future generations. Our actions today will echo in the lives of those who will inherit our world. Let us be intentional in our choices, ensuring that we leave a legacy of compassion, respect, and harmony. In this endeavor, we must also harness the power of innovation. Creativity is a catalyst for change, enabling us to envision new possibilities and solutions. When we encourage innovative thinking, we empower individuals to explore uncharted territories and challenge the status quo. Together, we can harness technology and creativity to tackle the pressing issues of our time, from climate change to social injustice. Furthermore, as we work toward progress, let us not forget the importance of self-care. The journey to create a better world can be arduous, and it is vital that we prioritize our well-being along the way. By nurturing our physical, emotional, and mental health, we equip ourselves with the resilience needed to face challenges and support others effectively. Self-care is not a selfish act. It is a necessary foundation upon which we can build our efforts to uplift those around us. As we cultivate this sense of community, let us also embrace the spirit of service. Service to others is a profound expression of love and compassion. It allows us to step outside of ourselves and recognize the needs of those around us. Whether through volunteer work, acts of kindness, or simply lending a listening ear, every small gesture contributes to the greater good. In serving others, we often discover our own purpose and fulfillment. In this interconnected web of life, we must also be vigilant in our advocacy for justice. There are countless individuals and communities whose voices have been silenced, and it is our responsibility to amplify them. Advocacy is not just for those in power, it is a call to action for all of us. By standing in solidarity with marginalized voices, we contribute to a culture that values equity and justice for all. As we move forward, let's embrace the diversity that enriches our tapestry. Each culture, each tradition, adds a unique hue to the vibrant mosaic of humanity. Rather than viewing differences as obstacles, let us celebrate them as strengths. It is through our diversity that we can learn, grow, and innovate. The richness of our experiences will lead us to solutions that are inclusive and effective. In closing, as we take this journey together, let us remain steadfast in our commitment to unity, compassion, and resilience. We are part of something greater than ourselves, a movement that transcends borders and generations. Let us cherish the connections we forge, the stories we share, and the impact we make. Together, we can create a world that resonates with hope, understanding, and love. So with open hearts and open minds, let us step into the future, hand in hand. Let us embrace the adventure that lies ahead, knowing that we have the power to shape our reality. The horizon is not just a destination. It is a promise of what we can achieve together. Every heartbeat, every breath, every moment is an opportunity to uplift one another and forge a path toward a brighter tomorrow. Let us rise to the occasion, for the world awaits our collective brilliance. The journey is extraordinary, not just because of the destination, but because of the connections we nurture along the way. Together, as co-creators of this shared narrative, we will leave an indelible mark on the world. So let us embrace the adventure, fueled by love, guided by understanding, and inspired by the potential that lies within each of us. The journey is ours to shape, and it will be nothing short of extraordinary. As we embark on this shared journey, it is essential to recognize that the path ahead will not always be smooth. There will be challenges, obstacles that test our resolve and commitment to one another. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of difficulty that our true strength is revealed. Each challenge presents an opportunity to deepen our understanding of one another, to cultivate empathy, and to reinforce the bonds that tie us together. Imagine a world where every setback is met with a spirit of cooperation, where we gather our diverse perspectives to forge innovative solutions. In times of adversity, we have the chance to unite in purpose and spirit, drawing from the well of our collective wisdom. The beauty of our differences can transform crises into moments of growth, illuminating pathways that may have otherwise remained hidden. When we stand together, we amplify our voices, and our shared resolve becomes a force to be reckoned with. In this collective endeavor, let us also remember the importance of listening. Not just hearing, but truly listening. Listening is an act of love, a commitment to understanding others' experiences and perspectives. It requires us to set aside our own biases and preconceived notions, to create space for dialogue that is both honest and respectful. Through active listening, we open ourselves to the wealth of knowledge that resides in every individual. We can learn from each other's stories, discovering common threads that bind us together while honoring the unique narratives that shape our identities. Consider the power of storytelling. Each of us carries within us a narrative that reflects our triumphs and struggles, our joys and sorrows. When we share these stories, we invite others into our lives, creating a tapestry of experiences that enriches our understanding of what it means to be human. Storytelling fosters connection, transcending barriers, and building bridges between cultures. It allows us to see the world through each other's eyes, cultivating empathy and compassion. By sharing our stories, we not only affirm our own identities, but also honor the experiences of others, weaving a narrative that is inclusive and vibrant. Moreover, as we navigate this journey, let us embrace the role of mentorship and guidance. Each one of us has the capacity to be a beacon of hope and inspiration for others. Whether through formal programs or informal relationships, we can uplift those around us, sharing our knowledge and experiences to empower the next generation. Mentorship is a powerful tool that cultivates growth, providing support and encouragement as we strive to reach our fullest potential. By investing in one another, we create a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate circles, laying the foundation for a future that is bright and promising. Now, let us also reflect on the importance of self-care and well-being in our shared endeavor. While we devote ourselves to the collective good, it is vital that we do not neglect our own needs. Each of us must cultivate the strength and resilience within ourselves to contribute meaningfully to the greater cause. This means prioritizing our mental and emotional health, nurturing our passions, and recognizing when we need support. By caring for ourselves, we ensure that we can show up fully for others, bringing our best selves to the table. In this context, let us embrace the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that can transform our mindset, helping us to focus on the positives even in challenging times. It encourages us to acknowledge the contributions of others, fostering a culture of appreciation and respect. As we express gratitude for the efforts of those around us, we create an environment where everyone feels valued and empowered. This simple practice can significantly enhance our collective well-being, reinforcing the interconnectedness that defines our shared journey. As we look forward, we must also remain vigilant and proactive in advocating for systemic change. While our individual actions can create ripples, it is essential to address the larger structures that perpetuate inequity and injustice. This calls for collective action, mobilizing our voices to challenge oppressive systems and advocate for policies that promote fairness and equity. Together, we can push for the changes needed to build a more just world, one that is reflective of our shared values and aspirations. Engaging in activism does not always require grand gestures. Often, it is the small, consistent actions that lead to meaningful change. Whether through community organizing, participating in local initiatives, or simply engaging in conversations that challenge the status quo, each of us has a role to play. It is in these everyday acts of courage and conviction that we sow the seeds for a brighter future. Let us also be mindful of the power of collaboration. As we come together across different sectors, disciplines, and communities, we tap into a wealth of resources and perspectives that can enhance our efforts. Collaboration fosters creativity, allowing us to pool our talents and ideas to develop innovative solutions to complex challenges. By working together, we can disrupt silos and build a more cohesive approach to addressing the issues that matter most. In this spirit of collaboration, we must also celebrate our victories, both big and small. Each step forward, no matter how minor it may seem, is a testament to our collective efforts. Let us take the time to acknowledge and appreciate the progress we make, for it fuels our motivation and reaffirms our commitment to the journey ahead. Celebrating our successes creates a sense of belonging and shared purpose, reinforcing the bonds that unite us. As we continue to forge this path together, let us remain committed to lifelong learning. The world is ever-changing, and as we evolve, so too must our understanding and approaches. Embracing a mindset of curiosity allows us to remain open to new ideas and perspectives, ensuring that we adapt and grow in tandem with the challenges we face. Lifelong learning is not just an individual pursuit. It is a communal one that cultivates a culture of inquiry and innovation. In closing, let us remember that our journey is not defined by a single destination, but by the myriad experiences we share along the way. Each moment, each interaction, each decision we make contributes to the larger narrative of our collective existence. Together, we are writing a story that is rich with hope, resilience, and possibility. Let us step forward with courage, guided by our shared values and aspirations, ready to embrace the adventure that lies ahead. The horizon beckons us, shimmering with the promise of a better tomorrow. With every heartbeat, we reaffirm our commitment to one another and to the world we are co-creating. Let us walk this path together, hand in hand, hearts open, and minds ready to embrace the extraordinary journey that awaits us. Together, we are the change-makers, the visionaries, and the dreamers, and with our collective brilliance, we can illuminate the way forward. The world is indeed waiting for us, and it is time to rise to the occasion with unwavering faith in our shared purpose. As we embark on this next chapter, it's essential to take stock of where we've been and where we're headed. Each step we've taken has laid the groundwork for the future. And with each lesson learned, we have fortified our resolve to push boundaries and challenge conventions. The tapestry of our experiences is woven together with threads of triumphs and trials, each contributing to the richness of our narrative. In this ever-evolving landscape, we are not merely passengers. We are the architects of our destiny, capable of shaping the world around us through our actions and choices. Looking ahead, the opportunities that lie before us are vast and varied. We stand at a crossroads, with the potential to redefine what success means in our lives and communities. It is a chance to embrace new paradigms, to think outside the box, and challenge the status quo. We must ask ourselves, what legacy do we wish to leave behind? How can we ensure that our contributions resonate beyond our immediate circles, creating ripples of positive change that touch lives far and wide? To answer these questions, we must engage deeply with our values. These are not mere words to be recited. They are the guiding principles that inform our actions and decisions. Integrity, compassion, and respect for one another are the cornerstones of our shared mission. When faced with adversity, it is these values that will anchor us, reminding us of our purpose and the greater good we seek to achieve. Let us not forget that it is through our interactions, both big and small, that we can embody these ideals and inspire others to do the same. As we nurture our values, let us also cultivate a sense of empathy that transcends barriers. In a world often marked by division, it is our capacity to understand and appreciate one another's experiences that can bridge gaps and foster connection. The stories we share enrich our collective understanding, allowing us to see the world through diverse lenses. By listening intently and engaging with an open heart, we can create a safe space for dialogue, where every voice is valued and every perspective matters. This collective wisdom will guide us as we tackle the complex challenges ahead. In this journey, we must also recognize the importance of collaboration. Our individual strengths, when combined, form an unstoppable force. Each member of our community brings unique skills and insights that can propel us toward our goals. It is through teamwork that we can harness our collective potential, igniting creativity and innovation. Let us break down silos and embrace interdisciplinary approaches, for it is in the convergence of ideas that we will discover groundbreaking solutions to the issues we face. Moreover, as we strive for progress, let us remain vigilant in our pursuit of sustainability. The health of our planet is intricately linked to our well-being, and it is our responsibility to ensure that future generations inherit a world that is vibrant and thriving. By prioritizing environmental stewardship and making conscious choices, we can contribute to a more sustainable future. This is not just a personal endeavor. It is a collective mission that requires the commitment of each one of us. Together, we can champion initiatives that protect our natural resources and promote practices that honor our planet. As we reflect on our journey, it is also crucial to recognize the power of resilience. Life will undoubtedly present us with obstacles, moments of uncertainty that test our resolve. Yet it is in these moments that our true character is revealed. We must embrace the challenges as opportunities for growth, allowing ourselves to learn from setbacks and emerge stronger. Resilience is not merely about bouncing back. It is about forging ahead with newfound wisdom and determination. Let us lean on one another, lifting each other up in times of need, and celebrating the spirit of perseverance that unites us. With every challenge we face, we also have the chance to innovate. The landscape of our endeavors is ripe with possibilities, calling upon us to explore uncharted territory. Let us encourage a culture of experimentation, where daring ideas are welcomed and failures are viewed as stepping stones toward success. By fostering an environment that nurtures creativity, we can catalyze transformative change that echoes through our communities and beyond. Together, we can become the pioneers of new solutions, leading the way toward a brighter future. As we continue this journey, let us not lose sight of the importance of self-care and well-being. In our quest to uplift others, we must also prioritize our own mental, emotional, and physical health. It is only by nurturing ourselves that we can be fully present for those around us. A healthy mind and body empower us to engage more authentically, to contribute more meaningfully, and to weather the storms of life with grace. Let us encourage a culture that values balance, where individuals are supported in their pursuit of holistic well-being. In the face of uncertainty, it is also essential to remain adaptable. The world is in a constant state of flux, and our ability to pivot and respond to change will determine our success. By staying attuned to emerging trends and shifts, we can position ourselves to seize new opportunities as they arise. This adaptability should be rooted in our commitment to our core values, ensuring that we remain true to our mission even as we navigate the unknown. Together, we can embrace change with open arms, viewing it as an invitation to innovate and grow. As we reflect on our shared journey, let us also take a moment to express gratitude for one another. Each of us plays a vital role in this collective narrative, and it is this interconnectedness that enriches our experience. Gratitude fosters a sense of community, reminding us that we are not alone on this path. By acknowledging the contributions of those around us, we cultivate an environment of appreciation and support where everyone feels seen and valued. Together, let us celebrate one another's achievements, no matter how small, for it is in these moments of recognition that we strengthen our bonds. As we move forward, let us also envision the impact we wish to create on a larger scale. Our efforts, though rooted in local contexts, have the potential to inspire change that transcends borders. By sharing our stories and successes, we can ignite a movement that resonates with others facing similar challenges. Let us harness the power of storytelling to amplify our voices and connect with those who share our vision. Together, we can create a ripple effect that inspires action and fosters a sense of global solidarity. The horizon before us is indeed filled with promise, and it is our collective vision that will guide us toward a brighter future. Let us dream boldly, envisioning the world we wish to co-create. With courage in our hearts and determination in our minds, we can transform our aspirations into reality. Each step we take, no matter how small, is a testament to our commitment to making a difference. Together, we can build a legacy of hope and resilience that will inspire generations to come. As we stand on the precipice of this journey, let us take a moment to breathe, to pause, and to reflect on the possibilities that await us. The path ahead may be uncertain, but it is filled with opportunities for growth, connection, and transformation. With unwavering faith in one another and in our shared purpose, let us embrace the adventure that lies ahead. Together, we are not just dreamers, we are doers, ready to take action and create a world that reflects our values and aspirations. So let us step forward, hand in hand, as changemakers and visionaries. Let us be the light that illuminates the path for others, guiding them toward their own journeys of discovery and empowerment. Together, we are writing a story that celebrates the beauty of our humanity, the strength of our connections, and the limitless potential that lies within each of us. The world is indeed waiting for us, and it is time to rise to the occasion with open hearts and eager minds. Together, we can create a brighter tomorrow, one filled with hope, resilience, and boundless possibility. As we embark on this collective journey, it's vital to acknowledge the unique gifts that each of us brings to the table. Every individual carries a story, a background, and a set of experiences that shape their perspective. It is this rich tapestry of voices that will strengthen our movement and deepen our understanding of one another. The beauty of our diversity lies not only in our differences, but also in the opportunities they provide for collaboration and innovation. Just as a garden flourishes when tended with care, so too will our efforts thrive when nurtured by a multitude of ideas, insights, and talents. In our quest to effect meaningful change, we must cultivate an environment where every voice is valued, where everyone feels empowered to contribute. This means actively listening to one another, fostering open dialogues, and championing the ideas that arise from even the most unexpected places. Let us create spaces where creativity can flourish, where experimentation is encouraged, and where failure is viewed not as an end, but as an essential part of the learning process. In doing so, we will not only elevate our own understanding, but also inspire those around us to reach for their dreams. Consider the power of collaboration. When we come together, we amplify our impact. Imagine artists joining forces with scientists, educators partnering with activists, and entrepreneurs aligning with community leaders, all united by a common purpose. This synergy creates a dynamic force that can address challenges from multiple angles, offering holistic solutions that resonate on a deeper level. Each partnership holds the potential to ignite new ideas and drive innovation that can transform our communities in unprecedented ways. As we navigate this journey, we should also remain mindful of the importance of empathy. In a world that can often feel divided, cultivating compassion for one another is vital. Understanding the struggles and triumphs of those around us fosters a sense of kinship and solidarity. By stepping into each other's shoes, we can better appreciate the complexities of our shared existence. This empathy not only enriches our relationships, but also fuels our resolve to work towards justice, equity, and inclusion for all. Moreover, we must recognize the role of storytelling in our efforts to connect and inspire. Each narrative we share has the power to resonate deeply, creating bonds that transcend barriers. When we tell our stories, we reveal our vulnerabilities, our aspirations, and the lessons learned along the way. These truths have the potential to spark inspiration in others, igniting the flame of possibility within them. Let us embrace the art of storytelling, weaving together our experiences to create a collective narrative that speaks to the heart of our mission. In the face of adversity, we must also cultivate resilience. Challenges will undoubtedly arise, testing our commitment and resolve. It is during these moments that we must remember the strength that comes from unity. Together, we can weather any storm, supporting one another through difficulties and celebrating our victories, no matter how small. Our resilience will be the bedrock upon which we build a brighter future, a testament to our unwavering spirit and determination. As we dream of what lies ahead, let us not forget the importance of self-care along this journey. In our passion to make a difference, we can sometimes neglect our own well-being. It is essential to prioritize our health, both mental and physical, so that we can approach our work with renewed energy and enthusiasm. By taking care of ourselves, we become better equipped to support those around us and contribute meaningfully to our collective efforts. Furthermore, we should celebrate our milestones, recognizing and honoring the progress we have made. Each achievement, regardless of its size, is a stepping stone that brings us closer to our vision. By reflecting on our journey thus far, we can draw strength from our accomplishments and use them as motivation to keep moving forward. Let us create rituals that acknowledge our successes and remind us of the impact we are making together. In this expansive vision for the future, we must also remain adaptable. The world is constantly evolving, and our strategies must evolve with it. Being open to change and willing to pivot when necessary will ensure that our efforts remain relevant and impactful. Innovation thrives in environments where flexibility is embraced, allowing us to respond to emerging challenges and seize new opportunities as they arise. As we move forward, let us not shy away from boldness. Our aspirations should be audacious, pushing us to think beyond the conventional and challenge the status quo. It is in this space of daring imagination that true transformation occurs. Let us encourage each other to dream bigger, to envision a world that defies limitations and embraces the extraordinary. Moreover, we must engage with our broader communities, extending our reach beyond our immediate circles. Our impact can resonate far and wide when we connect with others who share our passion for change. By collaborating with local organizations, participating in community initiatives, and forging alliances with like-minded individuals, we can amplify our efforts and inspire a wider audience. Education will also play a pivotal role in our journey. By sharing knowledge and providing tools for empowerment, we can equip others to join us in our mission. Workshops, seminars, and community gatherings can serve as platforms for learning and growth, enabling individuals to unlock their potential and take meaningful action in their own lives. Let us invest in the education of ourselves and others, creating a ripple effect that spreads far beyond our immediate reach. As we continue to envision the world we want to create, we must remain grounded in our values. It is essential that our actions align with the core principles that guide us: integrity, compassion, and respect for all living beings. By staying true to our values, we can build a movement that is not only impactful, but also authentic and trustworthy. In our quest for progress, let us also embrace the wisdom of the past. Learning from those who have come before us can provide invaluable insights and lessons that can inform our approach. By honoring the legacies of those who have fought for justice, equality, and change, we can carry their torch forward, ensuring that their sacrifices are not forgotten and their dreams continue to inspire us. Finally, let us remember to find joy in our journey. While the work we do may be serious and challenging, it is also filled with moments of beauty, connection, and laughter. Celebrating our shared humanity and finding joy in the little things will sustain our spirits and keep our passion alive. Together, we can create a movement that not only seeks to change the world, but also embraces the joy of being alive and engaged in this extraordinary adventure. As we take these steps together, let us hold on to the vision of a future filled with compassion, understanding, and limitless possibilities. With our hearts aligned and our minds focused, we will pave the way for a new chapter in our shared narrative, one that honors our humanity and uplifts the voices of all. Together, we will rise, we will shine, and we will create a legacy that generations to come will celebrate, a testament to the power of unity, love, and the indomitable spirit of change. As we embark on this journey, it's important to acknowledge that the path will not always be smooth. Challenges will arise, and obstacles will test our resolve. Yet, it is precisely in these moments of difficulty that our commitment to our values will be most crucial. Each challenge we face has the potential to strengthen our resolve, deepen our understanding, and enhance our ability to unite around a common purpose. The resilience we cultivate in the face of adversity can become a source of inspiration for others, igniting their own passion to join us in our efforts. In the spirit of resilience, we must also embrace the diversity of experiences and perspectives that each member brings to our collective effort. Every individual has a unique story that reflects their journey and their struggles. By creating a space where all voices are not only heard, but celebrated, we foster an environment of inclusivity that is vital for the health of our movement. It is in this tapestry of voices that we will find innovative solutions to the issues we seek to address. Let us not forget that collaboration is one of the most powerful tools we possess. By working together, we can amplify our impact beyond what any one of us could achieve alone. Each partnership we form, each alliance we build, enhances our collective strength. Whether it's through grassroots organizing, creative activism, or policy advocacy, our combined efforts can lead to meaningful change. We must remain open to new ideas and approaches, recognizing that innovation often arises from the most unexpected places. As we navigate this landscape, we should also prioritize self-care and well-being. Activism can be draining, and it is easy to become overwhelmed by the weight of the world's problems. It is essential to remember that caring for ourselves is not a selfish act. Rather, it is a necessary component of sustaining our efforts over the long haul. By nurturing our physical, emotional, and mental well-being, we equip ourselves with the strength and clarity needed to face the challenges ahead. In this context, we can create spaces for reflection and healing within our movement. Engaging in practices that foster mindfulness, gratitude, and connection can help us maintain our focus and energy. Whether it's through meditation, art, music, or simply gathering to share stories, these moments of connection allow us to recharge and reconnect with the purpose that drives us. The energy we cultivate in these spaces can radiate outward, creating a ripple effect that inspires others to join us. As we move forward, we must also keep our eyes on the horizon, on the vision we hold for the future. It is easy to become bogged down by the minutiae of daily struggles, but we must remember to regularly lift our gaze and remind ourselves of the bigger picture. This vision should be a living, breathing entity, one that evolves as we grow and learn. We are not bound by a single narrative. Instead, our movement is a dynamic tapestry woven from countless threads of hope, determination, and dreams. In articulating this vision, we should strive for clarity and inclusivity. Our goals must reflect the needs and aspirations of the diverse communities we serve. This requires ongoing dialogue and engagement, ensuring that all voices are included in the conversation. By fostering transparency in our decision-making processes, we can build trust and solidarity within our ranks. When people feel valued and heard, they are more likely to invest their time, energy, and passion into the cause. Moreover, it is crucial to recognize the interconnectedness of the issues we face. Social justice, environmental sustainability, and economic equity are not isolated challenges. They are intricately linked. Addressing one often requires us to consider the others. By adopting a holistic approach that considers the complex web of relationships among these issues, we can devise solutions that are not only effective but also sustainable. It is also important to leverage the power of storytelling in our movement. Stories have the ability to transcend boundaries, evoke empathy, and inspire action. By sharing our own narratives and amplifying the voices of those who are often marginalized, we can create a deeper understanding of the issues at hand. Storytelling can humanize the challenges we face, making them relatable and urgent. It is through stories that we can inspire others to join us in our quest for change. We must also engage with the arts as a means of communication and expression. From music to visual art, creative forms of activism can capture the hearts and minds of people in ways that statistics and reports often cannot. They can evoke emotion, challenge perceptions, and catalyze action. By integrating the arts into our movement, we can reach a wider audience and create a culture of engagement and solidarity. As we gather momentum, it is essential to celebrate our victories, no matter how small. Each step forward is a testament to the collective effort and dedication of all involved. Celebrating these milestones not only boosts morale, but also serves as a reminder of what is possible when we come together with intention and purpose. These celebrations can take many forms, from community events to social media shout-outs, and they help to cultivate a sense of belonging and shared achievement. In addition to celebrating our successes, we must also be willing to acknowledge our setbacks and failures. Every movement faces challenges and learns from missteps. By embracing a mindset of growth and learning, we can turn these experiences into opportunities for reflection and improvement. Each setback can provide valuable lessons that inform our future actions and strategies. As we draw strength from our shared experiences, we must also remain vigilant in our commitment to accountability. It is essential that we hold ourselves and each other accountable to our values and principles. This includes being transparent about our actions, decisions, and the impacts of our work. Accountability fosters trust and reinforces our collective integrity, ensuring that we remain true to our mission and purpose. In this spirit of accountability, we should also actively seek feedback from the communities we serve. Listening to the needs and concerns of those we aim to uplift is essential for ensuring that our efforts are relevant and effective. By creating mechanisms for feedback and dialogue, we can continuously assess our progress and adapt our strategies as needed. As we navigate the complexities of our movement, let us also remember the importance of intergenerational collaboration. Each generation brings unique insights, experiences, and energy to the table. By fostering relationships between ages, we can bridge the gap between established wisdom and fresh ideas. This collaboration can lead to innovative solutions and strategies that resonate with a diverse audience. In closing, let us reaffirm our commitment to building a movement that is grounded in love, compassion, and respect for all. As we face the future, let us remain steadfast in our belief that change is possible. Together, we can create a world that reflects our shared values and aspirations. With every step we take, we are not just shaping our own destinies. We are laying the groundwork for a brighter future for generations to come. In this extraordinary adventure we share, let us walk hand in hand, united in purpose and fearless in our pursuit of justice. Let us embrace the challenges ahead with open hearts and open minds, knowing that together we are capable of creating a legacy that will inspire hope, ignite change, and transform lives. The journey may be long, but it is one worth taking, and together we will rise to meet every challenge with courage, determination, and unwavering resolve. Our story is just beginning, and it is one that will resonate through time as a testament to the power of unity, compassion, and the human spirit. As we embark on this journey, it is vital to recognize the power of storytelling in our movement. Each individual carries a narrative that reflects their struggles, triumphs, and dreams. By amplifying these voices, we not only honor their experiences, but also weave a rich tapestry that illustrates the diversity of our collective identity. These stories can inspire empathy, foster understanding, and galvanize support from those who may not yet grasp the urgency of our cause. Moreover, we must engage in the art of persuasion, crafting messages that resonate deeply with the hearts and minds of others. This means utilizing various platforms and mediums to ensure our message reaches far and wide. Whether through social media, community gatherings, or art, we can capture the imagination of many and rally them to our side. It is crucial to convey not only the urgency of our mission, but also the joy and hope that accompany our vision for a better tomorrow. In our pursuit of justice, let us not forget the importance of self-care and resilience. The road may be fraught with obstacles, but nurturing our well-being enables us to sustain our efforts over the long haul. By prioritizing mental and emotional health, we can cultivate a movement that is not only passionate, but also sustainable. This balance ensures that we can endure the trials ahead without burning out or losing sight of our core values. Education, too, plays a fundamental role in our quest. We must empower ourselves and those around us with knowledge and skills that can transform lives and communities. Workshops, seminars, and mentorship programs can serve as vehicles for growth, fostering a culture of lifelong learning and adaptation. By equipping ourselves with the tools necessary to navigate the challenges we face, we can remain agile and responsive in an ever-changing landscape. Let us also celebrate our victories, both big and small. Each achievement is a stepping stone toward our ultimate goal and serves as a reminder of what is possible when we unite in purpose. In acknowledging our successes, we can inspire continued action and enthusiasm, fueling the fire that propels us forward. Together, we can continue to build a legacy rooted in justice, equity, and love, creating a world where every individual can thrive.